Good evening and welcome back to the Metro Detroit Poker Series Halloween Poker Open, episode number 2. We're down to our final 8 players. Top 6 make the money. We will wrap this one up today, so stay tuned for our exciting conclusion. And today's episode is brought to you by Diet Joke, not your full-flavored joke. Here's our remaining players. In seat number 1, Mark Montreal. Seat number 3, Tim Reindell. Seat number 4, Ken Moore. Seat number 6, Jürgen Drink. Seat number 7, Joel Asuncion. Seat number 8, Andrew Woods. Seat number 9, Don Johnson. And in seat number 10, Joe DeFore. Jim Angus and Mark Olson were our eliminees in episode number 1. We are still at 1,000, 2,000 blinds with a 2,000 chip big blind ante. And Mark Montreal is looking down at American Airlines. 2 red aces. Under the gun, that's a heck of a hand to wake up to.
Is this an all-in or a raise?
Raises the 7,000 chips. You want to figure out how to maximize your value, but not get 6 callers.
Right.
Joe looks down at Ace Queen, which is only like the second playable hand he's seen this whole final table. He's got to be. I know he's itching to get his money in, but he is a very well-disciplined player. As we seen earlier when he folded his pocket fours to that big raise and call, where he would have made a set and lost to a flush on the end.
Well, he's definitely making a decision here. He's taking some time, but I don't know that I'd walk away from it.
Well, it's a 5,000 chip raise, which is 2.5x. He's short stacked. He's been nursing that chip stack for quite a while. I don't think he's got any other move than to either fold or shove.
He's got a couple people behind him.
And that's the other consideration. You know, he's got 3 players still behind him to act. He does fold it. Don looks down at King Jack of Spades.
And a sizable chip stack.
Yeah, he's been willing to play hands like this all day long, so he does make the call. Joe looks down at Ace-3 of Spades from the big blind. He makes the defend. A 3-way action to the flop. Mark's got to be feeling pretty good about his aces, but flop of King, Queen, King. Don flops trips and checks. Joe checks. Mark shoves all in and is way behind. Don's caught lightning in a bottle twice. He makes the call. Joe makes the fold. Mark can't believe his luck. He's now drawing dead. Don wins $43,000 from this chip and takes Mark Montreal out in 8th place. Cracks, aces. Mark's not a happy camper today.
No, he's not.
Blinds are up now. 1,000, 3,000, 3,000. 1,000 small, 3,000 big, 3,000 big blind ante. Andrew looks down at Ace-10, goes all in for 12,000 chips.
Premium hand now that we've got another player going.
Yeah, but Don's got another one of them suited connectors he likes to play. Queen Jack of Clubs. And he's got the chip stack to do nearly whatever he wants. So I think he's definitely coming along for the ride on this one.
Ideal situation with that many chips for sure.
Yep, he does make the call. Joe and Tim quickly fold. Ken folds. Yogg's all in the big blind with Jack 9. So we've got a three-way pot to the flop. Two players at risk and all in.
I actually like the play by Young here. He's got a chance to triple up.
Well, he didn't have a choice. He was all in the big blind.
Yeah, like I said, I like the play.
So, good play for being forced to do it. Sort out the chips. Everybody's going to flip their hands up now that we have no more action. Ace, king, 6. Queen. And an 8. Andrew picks up a double up with his top pair of aces. And Yog is our 7th place finisher. He doesn't go away empty-handed, though. He won $108 by taking out today's mystery bounty player. Don right back in action with ace-jack and offsuit. He's been getting a lot of playable hands this table.
Ken's had a lot of pocket pairs.
Yep, and got another one here with pair of 3s. He's looking at his chips. He's got a low chip stack again. Goes all in for $14,000 with his pocket 3s. Andrew has 5-4 offsuit. Can't imagine he's going to play it. He's throwing in his blinds. With nope, into the muck.
Looks like we're going to have a flip here.
Don's got 11,000 to make the call, and he does. So here we go. We're going to see another coin flip between Don and Ken. Will the pocket 3s hold up? 5, 8, 9. Rainbow. So far so good for Ken's 3s. Another 8. And a queen. Don does not improve. Ken's 3s do hold up. He wins 35,000 chips in that pot.
Gives him a little bit more breathing room now.
Andrew under the gun with 8, 9 hearts. Joe with queen, jack of hearts. Tim with pocket 6s. So we got 2 players in already, and Tim looks down at his small pocket pair. He's on the button here. Raises to 13,000. Ken has queen 4 offsuit in the small blind. Folds that. Joe looks down at 10-8, also into the muck. Andrew and Joe gonna call the 10,000 chip raise. I don't know. Pretty good size raise. Andrew does not. He folds. Joe does. So we've got a coin flip here. Ten, jack, jack.
Pay dirt for Joe.
Yep, he hits trips. He checks. Tim bets out 10,000. Joe goes all in for 15. Tim makes the quick call and sees he's in bad shape. And ace of hearts not going to help him. 4 of hearts also not going to help. Joe picks up a double up with his trip jacks. Scoops in that pot. Hand number 47.
Yeah, a lot of hands played for this many people still left in the tournament.
Well, that's the results of our new blind structure. It's been doing that, especially even considering that this one only had 36 players. Joel finally has a hand he wants to play. Ace-10 offsuit, and he shoves all in with it from early position.
Tim with another middle pair.
Pocket sevens makes the call. And we have another flip. A lot of coin flips today. Tim saying, hold on, I want to savor this a little bit longer. I'm in the lead. 7 right in the window.
In a bigger lead now.
Yep. Joel's in bad shape. Oh, quads for Tim. I don't think Joel's going to pull this one out.
Unlucky for Joel. He played a grand total of, what, 2 hands?
I'm not even sure he played that many. But as they count out the chips here, I think Joel still has chips left. Yep. He takes back a couple, 3,000 or 4,000 chips, so he's not out, but he's definitely thin.
Chip in a chair. Chip in a chair.
Here we go. The next hand, hand number 48. Joel under the gun with 8-4. I don't think he's playing that. Remember, this table started out with a lot of garbage cards, and in the last couple of orbits, there's been a lot of good cards to play. So we had a lot of action in the last few orbits.
A little bit of fireworks. Looks good.
Joe makes a call with King Jack offsuit. Tim raises with pocket threes. Another small pocket pair for Tim. The sevens worked out.
I think Ken's probably going to stick around too here.
Tim raised to 12,000, which is a 4x raise. Ken's in the big blind for 3, so he needs 9 to call. Getting 2.5 to 1 on his money. Trying to sort out where the ante was. Ken's like, you sure you want to raise to 12? I only got 3 in here.
What about 6? How about just 6? I got some paper plates for you. Let's make it 6.
He's actually in good shape because he would really have Joe dominated. Looks like he's coming over the top. He did, all in. I've been over the top for another 22,000, all in. Joe folds. And now Tim gonna call another 10K to stay in the hand. Yes, he does. 13,000. So Tim's got a small pocket pair of 3s, and Ken's got king and queen. It's another coin flip.
It's the most number of coin flips I think I've seen at a final table in quite some time.
Ken catches a queen. Catches 2 of them. Makes trips. Pocket 3s, no good. Ken doubles up again. Seems like Ken, he'd play some hands, get down to low chips, double up. Play some hands, get low, double up. That's been his MO this table. Our blinds are up now, 2,000, 4,000, 4,000 chip in. Don looks down at ace-king offsuit. Just limps.
Yeah, snap limp, I say.
Tim calls with queen 7. Ken defends a small blind, and Joel is all in the big blind with jack 8. King 10, 5, all clubs. Don catches top pair. Ken catches bottom 2 pair. Joel and Tim catch nothing.
Yeah, Joel needs runner for a straight.
So does Tim. So they both have backdoor straight draws. Ken checks his 2-pair. Don's going to bet his top pair with top kicker. Tim gets out of the way. Ken calls 8,000 chip bet from Don. 4 of clubs. Puts 4 clubs on the board, but nobody's got a club.
One more club would have sealed the deal. They all would have split, but...
3 of hearts on the river. Gives Ken the win. They check it down. And that will do it for Joel. He finishes in 6th place. Picks up $90 for his effort. Our first casher of the day. He managed to cash without getting any cards for this whole final table. Joe raises to 9,000 with Queen 8. But Don picks up pocket aces. Goes all in. And Joe tried something a little bit under the gun there with that Queen 8. That's questionable, even with 7-handed. Now he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, so he makes the call. He's like, it was only a little bit more at this point.
2 live cards, though.
Yeah, but he needs to catch both of them. 2, Queen 6. He caught 1. Got some more outs. 10 and an ace gives Don a set. And he doubles up. Yeah, Joe, you probably shouldn't play Queen 8 from under the gun.
Yeah, in retrospect, I agree.
Tim, under the gun with Ace King, goes all in. Ken with 7-5. Folds that. Andrew only showed 1 card to the camera. The other one was probably a queen, and he decided to fold it. Don with 10-5. Straight cards. Can't make a straight without one of those 2.
Right. Another coin flip.
Yep, Joe has pocket 10s. Tim's at risk. 2-4-2 with a couple of diamonds. And a 3. And Tim picks up a wheel draw. A 4. Not going to do it. He needed a 5. Tim Reindell, our 5th place finisher, for $130. Down to 4-handed action now. 53 hands into this final table. Still at 2-4-4 blinds. Play's going to get a little bit less tight now with just 4 players left. Let's see, Ace 4 for Don. Queen 9 for Joe. 8-5 in the big blind for Ken. Don picks up a pair of 4s. Joe picks up a pair of 9s. Ken picks up a pair of Gwerk and folds it. Don hits an ace now. It's 2-pair. Another one of them situations where the best hand catching up on the end.
Is Joe going to be able to walk away from his 9s, though?
And Joe bets out. Don raises them, and Joe calls. So the answer to that is no. The final card is the 7 of diamonds. Locks it up for Don. He bets out $20,000 after Joe checked. I don't think Joe can make this call. Joe did have the flush draw on that ace, so he didn't want to walk away that easily, but it didn't come either, so a lot of thinking here for Joe. does make the fold. It's the right fold.
And Don just scoops up another big pot.
That's all he seems to do is scoop up big pots. Oh, look at that. Speaking of big pots, pocket jacks for Ken. Under the gun. Alright, there's 3 ways to play jacks and they're all wrong. Which way is he going to pick?
I'm assuming it's going to be a wrong way.
He raises to 14,000 with that. So he picked that wrong way. Queen 8 for Don. Small blind. 12,000 to call. Says nope. Joe with ace king. Goes all in. I'm sure Ken makes the call.
And guess what this one's going to be?
Nearly a coin flip. 9-5-3 rainbow. Doesn't help either player. Jack gives Ken trips. Set, locks it up.
Full house.
Joe DeFore, our 4th place finisher. Now Ken started to amass a little bit of a chip stack over here. Now wakes up with pocket 4s. Ken was in last or next to last place when we started the table.
He's had some sizable double ups here.
Yeah, he has. He's definitely got his big chip stack now. He raises to 15,000. Andrew goes all in for less. Don gets out of the way. So we're going to have, guess what?
Another coin flip.
King 8-6. Queen.
Double got her.
No real help to Andrew, although he does have outs. 5 of spades, not one of them. Andrew, our 3rd place finisher, $285. And now, finally, after 60 plus hands, we are heads up. Ken and Don. Ken defends 5-6 from the small blind. Queen for offsuit for Don.
You might see some wide range of opening hands here. Any face card, any ace.
Yep. Suited cards, connected cards. Don raises to 10,000. Ken makes the call. Or does he? That was just a fake out. Now he does.
I think they're getting the big blind ante.
Yeah, they were sorting
there.
their ante out. Make sure the right number of chips were in the pot. But we got it all worked out now. And off to a flop we go. 2-7-4. Don picks up a pair of 4s, but Ken's got an open ender. Both have a backdoor flush draw. Don bets out. Now Ken picks up a pair of 6s.
Don looks like he's going to be the aggressor here, though.
Bets out 12,000. Downsize from the 20,000 in the last bet. Ken makes the call. King of Hearts does not help Don. Face card, but not the right one. Don goes all in with his pair of 4s. That's a real toughie for Ken. He's got the best hand with a pair of 6s, but the King's a scare card, and there is a straight out there.
This is a tough decision. A lot of chips in play, too.
Ken asked for a count. I'm counting it out. Looks to be about 35, 40K.
If he folds, he's definitely giving up a huge lead to Don. If he calls, and he will be right, but he doesn't know that.
But he'll be the winner.
Yeah.
So if he calls, he wins the tournament. If he folds, he's going to be a big, going to give up his chip lead. He does make the call. Turns over the winner. Don sees that he is eliminated in second place.
Ken has a sigh of relief. Maybe a little elation.
He came from last or next to last to the tournament champion. So Don is our second place for $420. And Ken Moore, our MDPS official paper products sponsor, takes down the victory for $680. I am your host, Terry Prince. Thanks for watching. For Mark Urich, have a good evening.